All right, guys, so I wanted to do a video on the importance, the vital importance of sleep when you're doing keto and intermittent fasting to make it all work out. A lack of sleep, a lack of high quality sleep could be the reason why you're not losing weight, because most of the fat burning, like the hardcore fat burning through the stimulation of growth hormone, happens at night. That's why you can wake up and weigh a little less than before you go to bed. All right. Also, to fix insulin resistance and blood sugar problems, you need sleep. On the days that you don't sleep, or shall I say, if you're a diabetic and certain days you don't sleep, you'll notice that your blood sugars are way off. They're worse. So sleep is really important in the recovery cycle of all the different organs. And insomnia is really a symptom of something else. It's not a disease in itself. So let's go through the different reasons why you might not be able to sleep. Number one, which is not this one by the way, is frequent eating. If you're not doing intermittent fasting and you're eating between the meals, snacks, that is going to keep spiking insulin, okay? And you're going to be tired during the day, but it's going to prevent you from sleeping at the night. So one of the most important things is to plug in this intermittent fasting. 3 meals, no snacks, and then go to 2 meals, no snacks. Very important. Okay, so now the official number one would be bladder problems, which is basically you're getting up through the night 1, 2, or 3 times and you're urinating. That is a problem with insulin resistance. If you think about one of the big symptoms of diabetes, it's frequent urination. And a lot of times it can happen at night. And if you do intermittent fasting and keto correctly, that will eventually correct the urination problem at night, which will then help the sleep, which then the sleep will help the weight loss and the improvement with insulin resistance. So they both help each other. But it's very important to realize that your urination could be the thing that's waking you up and keeping you from sleeping because your blood sugars are off. Now, if you really wanted to do an accurate test to determine a problem with insulin resistance, it's not going to be a fasting glucose test. It's going to be a fasting insulin and a glucose test. It's called HOMA-IR. Highly recommend you do this, and then that will tell you what's going on with your insulin resistance and explain why you're getting up through the night. But if you do this hardcore, you'll find that you won't be getting up through the night anymore, okay? But you have to make sure you don't snack between meals. You got to make sure you eat the right foods. I put a link down below. Okay, number 2, this is really common, adrenal problems. Stress, accumulated stress builds up in the body to the point where your body is in a constant state of flight or fight. It won't turn off. So you go to bed at night and there's certain parts of your body that are kind of activated and you just can't, either you can go to sleep but you'll get up like at 2 or 3 or 4 and can't get back to sleep, or you can't get to sleep. If you have an adrenal issue, this usually works pretty nicely. This is my sleep aid. This is not a sleeping pill. This is to support the adrenal, to relax the adrenal so you can sleep. Take one of these before bed. But this probably works 80% of the time. If it doesn't fully handle your sleep, then that means that you have different parts of your body that are stuck in stress mode, in which case you need to do the massage tool, do-it-yourself massage tool. I'll put a link down below of a stress webinar to show you how to use it. But this extracts all the stress in your body. So I use that before I go to bed, and I also take one of those. And what happens is that I can drift off to a nice deep sleep a lot faster because there will not be any part of my body that is like turned on. I'll relax my body, go into a real nice rejuvenating delta sleep, and then wake up feeling good. And also, when you do keto and intermittent fasting over a period of time, the need for sleep does diminish. So you're not going to need the quantity of sleep than when you're on higher carbs, okay? You can get by with a little less sleep. But an overactive adrenal is definitely going to keep you from sleeping consistently, okay? But you have to pull the stress out and support the adrenal with some nutrition. Number 3, digestion. If you're consuming foods that are bloating you, if you're consuming new vegetables that you're not digesting because like the cruciferous, kale shakes, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, broccoli, and you're getting gas and you're feeling bloated, that's going to keep you from going to sleep because the gut, all the nervous system and the digestive system, which by the way, you have more nerves in your digestive system than you do in your spinal column, go right up to the brain through the vagus nerve. It comes right down, so it can really affect your head and keep your head from going to sleep. Okay, so sometimes you're laying there, but you're tired, but your head's just going. So digestion is a really key factor. Make sure you don't consume anything that's bloating you. That's why I like intermittent fasting, spaced out, finding the vegetables that you can digest. Maybe you're not going to be able to do cruciferous. Maybe we just do regular lettuce. Then improving digestion will then help you sleep. Okay, so then we have sleep apnea, which is going to affect your breathing when you're sleeping, which is purely a problem with insulin, too much insulin resistance. So by correcting it, by doing these two, you'll eventually not have a problem with sleep apnea anymore, and then that will help you sleep even deeper. All right. So that should do it, and your next step is to figure out which one of these you have a problem with and go ahead and apply the solution. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I had a quick question. I'm thinking about doing a keto summit in Washington, D.C. this fall. And the reason I want to do it in the fall, that's my favorite time of the year where the leaves are falling. It's going to be gorgeous in Washington, D.C. And I wanted to know if you would be interested in coming out. So this way I have a chance to meet you and cover the entire subject of keto and intermittent fasting. So I haven't formulated all the details yet, but I just wanted to find out if you would be interested. I put a link down below. Let me know.